Hey guys, how you doing? It's your boy Sam, and today we're doing this awesome Pokemon card tutorial. This is a Hollow Effect, and you can see the way they're moving. We added a lot of cool things, mainly CSS, but the workflow is going to be HTML, then a little bit of CSS, then we move to the JavaScript, and we get back to the CSS and finalize it. And yeah, it's going to be real nice, real simple, nothing too complicated. And if you have any questions, leave them down in the comments below. If you're new, subscribe to the channel. I release videos every week, and like the vid if you enjoy this video. So you know what? Let's get to it. Yeah, for the HTML, we'll start with a main. Inside this main, we'll give it an ID. So yeah, it's gonna have an ID of app. Now after that, we'll have a H1 tag, and I'll just put Pokemon. Wow, my spelling is really off today. Pokemon Card. Then we'll say Hollo Effect. I think Hollow, I'll just put a double L. I don't know, maybe a single L, but you know, a double L is okay. After that, I'll create a div. I'll give it the class name of card. And after that, I'll create a span tag. And I'll give it a class of card. No, I can't give it the same. I'll give it a, I'll give it a class name of operator. Inside the span tag, we can put a plus. After that, we'll have another div, and I'll call it card. Inside that, we'll have a span again. Inside the span, I'll say plus color dodge. I'm basically going to just copy the same thing again. So I'm going to copy it from operators. Copy it. Create some space here. It's looking a little bit too tight for my liking. And yep, now we have the same thing. Now after this, what we're going to have is we're going to have a span tag. Inside the span tag, give it a class of operator. And it's going to be an equal sign. Say dot class, create a div. And it's going to just be empty like that. After that, I'm going to use style tag. Inside the style tag, I'll give it a class of hover. Yep, that's it for the HTML. The HTML is very basic. More of the work is actually done on the CSS. That's the main part. Now, before we start the CSS here, we need to go to some of the settings. I'm going to move this a little bit. We click right here. And for the processor, we want to put the SCSS. So we'll click on that. And for the CSS base, we'll put normalize. And also for the vendor prefixing, we put auto prefixer. After that, we'll try a font, Google font. Now, next thing is we're going to go to Google Fonts and get the fonts we're going to use for this. Yep, so Google Fonts and the font we're going to use. I've been using Poppins way too much, so I'm going to use this Hebo. Seriously, if you check all the projects I've been doing, they've been filled with Poppins, and it's getting a little bit too much, so let's switch it up a little bit. Yeah, and I'm just going to copy this here, paste it here, and I'll copy the font family because for sure we'll use that later. Now let's get to the CSS. First, I'm going to say .card. Wow, what's happening with my spelling today? .card. We'll give it a width of 330 or 320. 320 pixels. Give it a height of 446 pixel. Give it a background color of hash 211799. Now the next thing is the background image. And this is a URL. And the URL is going to be https://images.pokemon tcg.io -x y2 -12 underscore hires dot png. Yep, so we can see the image right there. Wow, so here it shouldn't be class of class, it should be class of card. I don't know what happened there. Now say background size, background size of cover, background repeat, I will give it no repeat, and also background position. And that will be center. For sure we're adding a border radius because come on, what is a CSS project really without border radius? I don't know. 15 pixels. And then box shadowing for sure. -3 pixel, -3 pixel, 3 pixel, 0, RGBA, 2, 6, E6, F7, then 0.3. Now, I'm just gonna copy this. It's not the exact same thing. Paste it. It's not minus, it's just +3. 0 RGBA, and the code is different. F7, F7 5, 9 E4. Wow, what just happened here? 9E4. That's going to be 0.32. The next one, I'm still going to paste it, but this is completely different. This is 0, 0, then 6, and then 2, DOS. And the code is different too. That's going to be FF E759 0.3. And yeah, this is going to be the last one. It starts with 0, 35, then 25, -1.5 pixel. Then inside the RGBA, we're going to have 0, and then 0, 0, and then 0.3. Now let me just see if that is right. Yeah, so it's looking more like it. At a position of relative, and we will just need to do this right now. It's gonna have some overflow, so we'll put hidden. Display of inline block. Vertical align, say middle. And add some margin to it. 20 pixels to 10 pixels. And then an animation. And you know what? We could do this later. No, let's do this later. We can add the animation later. Say card. You know what? This tutorial just so, yeah. Next we add an animation of Holo card. 15 seconds is infinity or infinite. Wow. I went the whole way, infinity. Now the card with the selector, then we add a span, position, say relative, top, 45 pixel, now the card, before, the card, after, say content, then a position, absolute, and now we can add some left, 0, right, same thing, 0, top, 0, bottom, 0. Next we add a background position, 0 pixel, no, 0% and 0%. Let's say background. Wow, I left my line. Next we say a background repeat. And for sure it's gonna be no repeats again. Background size. 300%, 300%. Mix blend mode. Gonna be color dodge. Opacity of 0.2 and a Z index of 1. Now we add this animation. I would say hello gradient, 15 seconds is infinite. Next thing we need to add is a background image. On the background image, we're going to use this linear gradient. (115°) transparent, 0% RGB, 0, 231, 255, 30%. Then RGB again, 255, 0, 231. It's going to be 70%. Transparent, 100%. Yep, we can see how it's looking now. And don't worry, it's gonna change. Only one. We're gonna have only this card and also this card being this. Then this two will be different. Now the card after is the background image. I should find the shorter way of writing background image. It's way too long. Or maybe I'm just saying this because I'm using CodePen, but seriously. And the image is gonna be HTTPS. I think I'm the only one who does this with images. I should just copy and paste it, but I don't want to leave this window and do it. Us-west -2 .amazon aws.com -s .cdpn.io -13471 sparkles .gif. So yeah, we're gonna add a GIF that actually sparkles. Hopefully I got that right. We had a background size of 180%. Mixed blend mode of color dodge or dodge. opacity of 1 and a z-index of 2 pixels. No, of 2. Not 2 pixels, 2. Animation, Halo Spark, Sparkle, 15 seconds, is infinite. And with this here, yeah, I'm gonna put it there. We need to go to the JavaScript and actually add some stuff to the JavaScript. And in the JavaScript, we need to, so jQuery basically. Yeah, so make sure you actually add jQuery to this because we're going to use jQuery for this. And I don't want to hear anyone saying, oh, jQuery and all that. No, no, no. It's so old, it's so that. You need to understand it because you're going to use a lot of stuff with jQuery. So the better you understand it, the better it is for you. Now we say var $. Now we say var the $, cards is equal to, or is it $, or money sign? It's one of them. The card. I'm just gonna copy this because what we're gonna do is similar to it. Style dot hover say cards dot on mouse move function and event so I'm gonna save our card is equal to this. Var L is equal to e dot offset offset x, and gonna copy this again. Var t e dot offset y, paste it again. Var h equal to $card dot height w width now var lp is equal to math dot abs. Now that's absolute value math the floor 100 divided by width W multiplied by L minus 100 now it's going to be TP and H. So basically the height times L, no, it's times T. Minus 100. Then we'll say var BG is equal to, we use the back quotes, background dash position. Now use the dollar sign with the curly brackets, add a percentage after it, LP, and just gonna copy this. CP. And gonna copy this again and just change this to style. And here it's gonna be card dot active before and this is gonna be BG. No percentage. And it's gonna actually have double curly brackets. I'll say dollar sign cards dot remove class active and dollar sign card dot add class active. Now we add style dot HTML style. Dot on mouse out function $sign cards dot remove class active. And yeah, that's it for the JavaScript. We've done everything here, so now we just continue with the CSS. Now we'll say dot card dot active before opacity, give it a 1, animation, give it a none, transition, give it a none, yeah, I'm just gonna take this right here, change some of it, and just so I don't have to write that again. 1 degree, transparent 0%, transparent 25%. Here's gonna be 0, 231, 255, and then 0.7. Two five five 0, 231. Yeah, and also here it should be 45, 45%, 0.7, 55%. %. Yeah, and transparency is going to be 70. 70% transparent, 100%. Next, I'm gonna say .card .active before and copy this again. The only difference is after. Animation none. Now we say card nth child, oh, nth of type 1. Well, I really don't know what's happening with this code pen. It's like I'm on space or something. And then we say 2. See, I edited and it actually say 3. Give it a width of 160 pixels and a height of 226 pixels and a box shadow. Zero, 1 pixel. Oh, there's no need of this actually. 1 pixel, 1 pixel, RGBA, white, 0.4, 0, 25 pixel, 15 pixel, negative 10 pixel, RGBA, 0, 0, 0, 0.5. Now you can see that when we hover on it, it gets this feel to it. And even here too. That is from the JavaScript. Next thing, I'm just gonna copy this right here. Paste it here. And then we say and before And after animation is none, opacity is 1. Yep, we can see the difference now. Now we say dot card nth of type 1, and before and after display of none. So now we're going to remove all that from the first and the, see, this is going to be like this, and this is going to change. And then the second one, we want to remove the background. Say none. Yep, see now it's removed. And now we can get the sparkle. So now we have that with the sparkle right here. This image right here. Or the GIF, not an image, GIF. And this is the third one. And the third one will have this background none too. And for before, we have a background position of center. And the after is going to be none. Display none. So now we can see this, and you see hover on it. So yeah, this is how we want it to look like. See this plus this, and you get this right here. Get this shiny card. I'm a big Pokemon fan, so that's why I love this project, because yeah, one of my favorite cartoon. I think it's top 5 for me. Now we say dot operator. Display inline block. Yeah, this is what we mean by inline block. Yeah, it's a better place to look at it. Just reload it whenever I change something. Vertical line, say middle, and the font size of 45 pixels. Now we need to do some keyframes. And you see we had right here in the animations we have. Now we need to add some keyframes. And you see we already put in the animations we have, for example, Holo Spark, Holo Gradients. So we need to create these right now. Holo Card. So now it's time to actually create this with the keyframe. Now we say add keyframe, keyframes, Holo Sparkle. Yeah, so Halo Sparkle, 0%, 5%, opacity of 0.1, and after that 20%, opacity of 1, and then 100%, opacity of 0.1. You see the difference now? Now we've added the Halo Sparkle. Now let's add the gradients. So keyframe, add keyframe, add keyframes, Halo gradient, zero percent, 100%, opacity of 0, and a background position of 0% and 0%. 8%, opacity of 0, 10%, background position of 0% and 0%. Now I'm just going to copy this and change the values. It's 19. Background position of 100% and 100%. Wow. That should be a semicolon. This should be a semicolon. 35%. Background position of 100 and 100. And also in the 19%, we should have an opacity of 0.5. I'll just copy this right here. Now this is going to be 55. 0%, 0%, opacity is 0.3, and this is going to be 75%. And we're only going to have opacity here. Is 0.5. No, actually just 0. Yep, and we can see now the effects are getting in. And it shouldn't be hollow, this should be hollow. Hollow gradient. Yeah, hollow gradients right here. Add key frames, hollow card. Zero percent and 100%. Transform none. 25%. Then we say transform. Now we need to add the rotate. Rotate Z. -3 degrees. Rotate X. -7 degrees. And just gonna copy this. And now it's rotate Y. And it's just 6 degrees. Now it's 66%. Transform Z. It's not minus, it's plus. Here's plus, and then minus. So basically opposite. Yep. Now for the body, I'm gonna add a color of white and a background of white, and also a font size. No, a font family of Hebo then sans serif. Give it a display flex. A justify content of center, and a vertical align of middle. Add a height of 100%, and also a text align of center. Then we say hash app for the ID, position relative, and also a perspective of 1000 pixels. For some reason it's not showing there. Yeah, but here you're seeing how it's moving a 3D way. That's because of the rotate, the keyframes right here. I would say HTML, height, 100%, H1, display block, margin top of 30 pixel, and the margin bottom of 5 pixels. You can change this to black so you can see the plus signs. After that, we'll have a p tag and just say margin top 30 pixels, and a margin bottom of 5 pixels. And for sure you can style it any way you want it to be. I'm just doing my own thing here. So yeah, this is how it should look. Yep, and this is it basically. You can see it rotating. So what we're saying is this card plus this right here, this GIF, plus this color dodge gives you this shiny Pokemon card. And that's it for this tutorial. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like. If you didn't, you can also leave a dislike. That's cool. And yeah, subscribe to the channel if you're new. I release content on this channel every week, so subscribe to the channel, like the video, and you know what? That's it for this tutorial. I'm gonna wrap things up and I'll keep things moving, and I'll see you in another YouTube video. Peace out, stay safe, and keep on learning.